Now, Razer's known for their gaming laptops, of course, but they're now making a foray into the productivity world to compete against the likes of the Dell XPS 13, the MacBook Pro, and so forth. Well, they sent me this. This is the Razer Book 13, and this is a very premium all-metal unibody design. It's got a beautiful mercury finish on it, and I gotta say, I'm really in love with this laptop. I'm gonna tell you why. Now, we're gonna unbox it today, gonna get our first look review on it, and I really think you're gonna like it. Hey everybody, it's Andrew, and this is the Razer Book 13. Coming up. While we're looking at the specs, I want to let everybody know, in the interest of transparency and full disclosure, I'm not being paid by Razer, I'm not being sponsored by Razer. All the opinions you're about to hear are my own. Razer is not getting copy approval. They're seeing this video the same time that you are. Now, Razer supplied this review unit, and once this review is done, I'll be sending it back. Pricing for the Razer Book 13 starts at $1199.99. You could get 3 different models. They're all listed here. You could also go over to Amazon, where they also offer the Razer Book 13. I'll put the link below for more information and where you can buy one. And with specs and pricing out of the way, let's find out what you get inside the box. Let's open it up. Now, packing is what you would expect with any Razer product, whether it be gaming or not. Very high-end, very premium. As you can see, there's an inner box that will contain the unit itself. We'll get to that in just a moment. But first, let's look at the very compact 65-watt USB-C power adapter, and they also supply you with the extension cord. Now, Razer makes it a point to let you know that they're going green with their Razer packaging. And once you lift the lid, you're greeted by the unit itself. We'll get to that in just a little bit. And I love the fact they give you a microfiber cleaning cloth in the box. And of course, it wouldn't be a Razer product without giving you some Razer stickers. I know a lot of you certainly like that. You also get some documentation and warranty information as well. Now, holding the unit for the first time, the first thing that strikes me is the really high-end, excellent build quality, and I like that mercury white finish. Now, this is a unibody design with a CNC aluminum frame, and I gotta say, very high-end. And at 2.95 pounds or 1.34 kilograms, very portable, easy to take with you on the go. And I like the fact they didn't give you the glowing snake logo here. Instead, they went with that mercury with tone-on-tone Razer logo. Very classy. Now, to put its size into perspective, here it is next to its chief competitor, the Dell XPS 13 9310. As you can see, nearly identical footprint between the two. Now, you will notice that the Razer Book 13 may be a little bit thicker, but you got to understand that it has many more ports than the Dell XPS 13, a major advantage, in my opinion, over the XPS 13, which only gives you the 2 Thunderbolt 4 ports. And in terms of those ports, let's see what you get. We'll start off on the left side, where you get 1 Thunderbolt 4 port that does data charge, display out, a USB-A 3.2, and a 3.5mm audio jack. Moving over to the right side, you get a micro SD card slot for storage expansion, an HDMI port for display out, and of course your second Thunderbolt 4 port. Again, display out, charging, and data. Although I love the Dell XPS 13 for a lot of reasons, as you probably know, it doesn't have a chance when it comes to the ports against this laptop. This has so many more connectivity options. And I also like the fact that Razer makes it easy to access the inside of this laptop. All you need to do is remove the T5 Torx screws, remove the bottom plate, and you're in. It's that easy. Now, once inside, you'll notice that it has 2 fans for cooling, and it also has vapor chamber cooling, which is very interesting. We don't normally see it on an ultra portable like this. As far as what's user upgradable, the SSD is user upgradable, although the one they give you really gives you some really nice reads and writes, as you can see from the Crystal Disk Mark results. You can configure this with up to 16 gigabytes of LPDDR4X RAM. Although it's soldered into the motherboard, you won't be able to upgrade that on your own. The review unit that Razer sent me has 8 gigabytes of RAM. It has Wi-Fi 6 along with Bluetooth 5.1. Both worked well so far in my testing. Now that Wi-Fi 6 card is soldered into the motherboard, you won't be able to upgrade that down the road. And while inside, you'll notice that it has a 55 watt-hour battery. Now, I just received this unit, so I still need to do all my testing, but what you can expect is around 8 to 9 hours on normal use. Again, I'll bring you all the numbers in the full review. Now, there are 3 display options to choose from. Razer sent me the Full HD non-touch matte display. It's a 60 Hz display. You could also get it with a touch display as well, and you could also get it with a UHD Plus resolution. Now, I have the Full HD Plus resolution. That's 1920 by 1200, and I got to tell you, it is absolutely gorgeous, and I love the fact that it is a matte display, no unnecessary glare or reflections. It's a really beautiful, bright display. I measured 448 nits, making this a great choice for both indoor and outdoor use. Now, really good contrast, really good white points, excellent black levels, and it really has good color accuracy with a very low Delta E score of 1.54. It also covers the color gamut really well, 95% sRGB, 72% Adobe RGB, 73% of the DCI P3 wide color gamut, and 67% NTSC. That makes this a good choice for content creators that do Lightroom, Photoshop, and of course, video editing. And just like its chief competitor, the Dell XPS 13-9310, this has micro-thin bezels, giving it a really sleek and modern look. Now keep in mind the Dell XPS 13 that I have here in the studio has a touch display. The Razer Book offers a touch display option, but Razer sent me the non-touch version. And as you can see, both displays are truly excellent. And what I love about this is that if you go with that Razer Book entry-level model, which I have here, you're not skimping in terms of display quality. You're getting an excellent display as you would on a higher-end model. And that, to me, is a great value. And I'm really happy that they went with a 16:10 aspect ratio. That means you're going to do less scrolling when it comes to web browsing, and it's better for productivity, things such as spreadsheets and Word documents. So the bottom line is Razer hit a home run with this display. There's no doubt about it. This is the front-facing camera on the Razer Book 13, all-new productivity machine to compete with the likes of the Dell XPS 13 and so forth. From Razer, premium design. I'm really liking it. 720p, 30 frames per second webcam. How does it look? How does it sound? Will it be good for Skype? Will it be good for Zoom calls while we're working from home during the pandemic? I am curious to know. Let me know in that comment section below. And it's a Windows Hello camera, meaning you can log in with face recognition. Now, Razer sent me the Core i5-1135G7. Now, you can get it with a Core i7 as well, and it also has the integrated Xe graphics. And I've been really impressed with performance so far. As you can see from the numbers that I did on my initial testing with it, of course, I need to do long-term testing to bring you the final numbers. Now, as far as that vapor chamber cooling that this employs, I've been impressed with that as well. This device has stayed relatively cool in terms of surface temperatures. I haven't seen too much thermal throttling, and it also has pretty quiet fans, even though it does employ the fans when it needs it. And for those wondering, you can open the lid with one finger. Now, let's talk about the keyboard. Now, the keyboard in the past has been okay in terms of Razer keyboards, a little bit on the shallow side here, and it has pretty decent tactile feedback. Again, I'll have to do my long-term testing to bring you my final result on that, but so far, the keyboard's actually okay. Now, as far as the keys themselves, they are backlit individually, lighting up in different colors. Again, that's all controlled with the Razer Synapse software, giving you that ability to have some really nice, interesting effects with it. And it has a glass precision touchpad, which was very responsive. Two-finger scrolling was buttery smooth, and all the Windows 10 gestures work as you would expect. Pretty good job so far. The Razer Book 13 sports 4 stereo speakers, and it has a smart amp along with THX spatial audio. And I would say it's okay. It's actually pretty good in terms of the audio, although I found that the volume could have been a little bit louder. I was hoping for a little bit more oomph, but actually not too bad. Of course, if you use any wired headphones or Bluetooth headphones, the audio experience will be that much better. Okay, let's wrap it all up. So far, so good with the Razer Book 13. Really nice display with that 16:10 aspect ratio. I like the fact that it's a matte display, really bright as well. That's been great. Great performance so far out of that Core i5-1135G7, that Tiger Lake processor, 11th gen from Intel. You're looking at all-day battery life, strong chassis, really nice finish with that Mercury on it, and that CNC aluminum frame is really rock solid. There's very little not to like about this, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait to put it through its paces and bring you my full review coming very soon. But so far, I think Razer has a winner on their hands. So please hit the like button, please subscribe, please share this video. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if there's a device or something out there you think I should review. I'll do my best to try to make that happen. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course my website, amdtechreviews.com. So until next time, this is Andrew from AMD Tech. See ya.